manufacturing this time, banking and services, healthcare and hospital. Oh, so we have got healthcare and hospital too. A lot of people from healthcare or hospital. So I'll try to give some examples from healthcare and hospital as well. Today, logistics, IT, construction. So we have got projects from all the industries, but I can't show you all the projects today. You'll be learning a lot of tools and techniques. I'll rather focus on tools and techniques. And let me tell you, all these tools and techniques are applicable to all the industries. Okay, thanks a lot for participating in the poll. And if you can just answer a second poll too, which will tell me which department you belong to. And this will help me to understand. And as you answer the questions, I'm going to change the agenda of my training, and I will also pull out the related projects. Now, I see people are from various industries. Sometimes, people are more from manufacturing. So I take more manufacturing examples. Sometimes people are from healthcare. So I take more healthcare, but this is a mixed group. Okay, no problem. IT, HR, marketing, supply chain, everyone, banking and finance. Okay, I worked in banks too. And healthcare as well. Okay, no problems. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for participating in the poll. Okay, so let me, now I have just changed the agenda of my training, and here is the agenda. So once again, formally, I would like to welcome you to the training. And remembering the good old days, earlier I used to conduct this training in hotels, with hundreds of people in front of me, free yellow belt training sessions. And soon these times will be back. But till then, let us go with the webinars. So we are going to talk about, okay, so let me close the poll first. And this is what we are going to learn. First, I'll introduce you to the company. Then we'll talk about Lean and Six Sigma benefits. Then I will introduce to Lean. So I'll also tell you what is Lean or what is Six Sigma, what is the difference between them. And of course, as a company, having experienced so much of, having experienced so many people and so many projects, so many companies, always we believe Lean and Six Sigma both are perfect. So that's what we are going to learn today. All the tools of Lean, all the tools of Six Sigma, or not all, because Yellow Belt doesn't require all the tools to be learned. Some of the tools of Lean and some of the tools of Six Sigma we will learn, and we'll also do a project. The best way to learn is to do. So we'll do a project together, and then after that, we'll also, introduce you. If you're here to learn Six Sigma, you have to. Oh my dear friend, so sorry to tell you, you have to learn a little bit of basic statistics. Basic. It is very, very basic. It's not so basic, by the way, but we will make it easier. Okay. So if you can learn that, you can understand more advanced tools. Okay. Then after that, we will also show you the DMAIC project, the DMAIC, Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. And every project, whenever you are doing any project, usually you follow DMAIC, Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control, DMAIC. So this is the methodology every Lean Six Sigma project follows. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, we'll see some of the applications in the industries. Okay. And then if time permits, I'll show you one or two more projects. Now, that is if time permits. But of course, I'll be there after the session also half an hour more. So please, keep a little bit, cancel your all appointments after the session as well. I'll be there. I'll be hanging around for half an hour more to answer your questions. Okay, so let me introduce you to the company, and also formally welcome you to the training program.
Hi, welcome to Annexus. Annexus has been consulting and training the professionals in the organizations around the world since 2006, and we have trained more than 150,000 people and consulted for more than 500 organizations, which includes Fortune 100 organizations too. I'm Amitabh Saxena, and I have designed this program based on my 30 years of experience while working in various industries across many domains. The whole NXS team once again joins me in welcoming you.
So once again, welcome. And just to talk about the organization, uh, our company is in existence since 2006, and we have been conducting training programs in Lean and Six Sigma and project management and strategic management and business intelligence and even data analytics for the last 16 years. And we are very well known for our Lean and Six Sigma power. And personally, I have got 31 years of experience, but I was not like that. If you go back to 1990 and the first 10 years of my career, I was a chemical engineer, an ordinary bachelor. By the way, let me tell you, you don't have to be an engineer to become a Lean and Six Sigma green belt or black belt. But I'm just telling my story. Those days, only engineers generally would prefer to become a Lean Six Sigma green belt and black belt. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. We have made it easier. And of course, the software has made it easier. Anyone, even if you're from arts or commerce or any background, doesn't matter. You still can become a Lean and Six Sigma green belt and black belt. But now, we are going back to my story. So I did my MBA finance also, and then I used to work 12 hours per day, and that too was on the in the plant, not like online working. Online working, we know how much time we work and how much time we do other things. Oh yeah, I know. We all know. But I was really at the site 12 hours, 6 days a week. That's what sometimes night shift used to be 13 hours long. And I was just earning $50 a month. And I used to be an amateur poet also. I used to dream of like writing poetry and all that stuff. And every youngster has got certain dreams, isn't it? And I was really working hard to make money somehow. Somehow someone should give me money. But all the doors appeared to be closed. And then one fine day, the company announced that we are going to choose the top 10 performers in the company to undergo a Lean Six Sigma green belt and a black belt training. And after that, these people will be promoted fast because they will be more valuable to us. And so I was looking forward to this training. In fact, I knew that I'm one of the top 10 performers, top 10. And everyone, I hope everyone believes that he is the topmost performers. But unfortunately, my company did not think like that. Yeah. So I was not in that list of top 10 performers, and I did not get any chance to do this certification, Lean and Six Sigma certification. But one thing I noticed and I saw in real was that these 10 people, these 10 black belts, and I'm talking about maybe 20 years ago, 21 years ago, or maybe I think exactly 23 years ago, to be very precise. These people, they completed some improvement projects. In fact, their way of looking at the problem completely changed. In fact, these were the people looking for the problem. Problems were opportunities to them. They were looking for problems. Hey, where are the defects? Where are the errors? Where are the delays? Where are the customer dissatisfaction? Where is the customer dissatisfied? If the customer dissatisfaction scores were low in some departments, they would go to that department and they would say, we will help you and we can solve any problem. So I was wondering what exactly they've got. What is this genie, they have got, like, it will solve all the problems. And I tried to look at them. I tried to see what exactly they were doing. And they were solving any problem, which is especially, which was especially chronic in nature. Chronic means the organization was facing this problem for last 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. They were collecting the data, then they were using some statistical tools, some graphs and charts. They would do some root cause analysis. And after that, they would come out with a solution. And 90% of the time, this solution worked. This solution really worked. So what was different they were doing? I started investigating, but no one would tell the secret. In fact, secret could not be revealed so soon because, or could not be revealed so easily. The reason being, it takes time to develop that skill. So what I thought, maybe in the next wave, in the next list of next 10 top performers, I would get a chance. But unfortunately, there was never the second list, never appeared. And these people, they continued to get the promotions, they continued to, earn better money. And some of them joined some great companies. And okay, then I thought, doesn't matter, I will do it myself. So what I did in those days, it used to be very, very costly, and very few places or very few institutes used to offer these training programs. But still, I found one in Paris, somewhere, and I traveled and I paid a lot of money. All my savings went into that, and I completed a black belt certification and invested some good money there. And finally, I also became a black belt. And now, as you see me, I'm a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, a PMP, a CPHQ with good experience. I've consulted 15 out of the top Fortune 100 companies, and I'm proud of it. And of course, I'm a sought after consultant and a sought after trainer. People are really ready to pay very, very high fee to do the training. And mostly I conduct the training programs in Europe and Middle East and US. And of course, online I do trainings. Thanks to the pandemic, in my free time, I do a lot of trainings. And I'm conducting a yellow belt training. My dream is to train more than 1 million people in Lean and Six Sigma. At least you should be aware of. And this is the part of that strategy. And thanks for joining my joining this initiative. And you, as I see like around 300 people, and still people are still joining in, so that they will become yellow belts after some time. Okay, and all the admin related questions, please ask my team. They will be answering. So please don't ask me the questions related to how to get the certificate. I know, like I see a lot of people asking the questions that how to get the certificate, etc., and how to join the training. I'll tell you towards the end. But you have to attend. See, first of all, you should know whether this training is for you or not. Yeah, just don't blindly attend or don't blindly enroll for the green belt and black belt training programs. I have an excellent offer for you towards the end of the training. I'll tell you, very, very good offer, which you will not, it will be very difficult for you to refuse. I have an offer for you, which you can't refuse. Yeah, remember that. Okay, so I would tell only towards the end. So, yeah, now why I'm telling you all these things. I've written a book as well. It's a bestseller, and a lot of people have benefited from that book itself. It is about the story, the Annexus story. It's about our story, how as a Lean and Six Sigma black belt, some of us, they formed a company and then it prospered, and it's really one of the well-known Lean Six Sigma consulting companies of Europe, Middle East, and US, and as well as in India and Philippines and Singapore. So mostly our work is focused on the Middle East and Europe, and partly in US, but we have started expanding our presence in India as well. So thanks for joining in once again. Why I'm telling you all these things? Because you too can achieve this and much more, because there is a huge demand. Most of the work will be automated, my dear friend, after 5 to 10 years. But improving any process is one area which can't be automated. You need human beings, you need people, you need power of analytics, you need power of human brain, creativity to improve. And that is what Lean Six Sigma would make you. If you become a Lean Six Sigma green belt and black belt, of course, you can do any project for any company, like any improvement project. You can improve any process in any industry. That is what a Lean Six Sigma green belt and black belt is capable of. But today you will become a yellow belt. Yellow belt means you will be getting good knowledge of the tools and techniques, you may not be able to apply these tools and techniques. It will take some time till the time you become a green belt, black belt to be able to apply. But some of the tools which I'm going to tell you today, you can apply right from tomorrow. So you can go back to your organization and you can start applying these tools and techniques tomorrow. One thing will definitely happen after the end of 2 hours. Your mindset towards problems would change. You would be able to at least visualize how you can solve the problem. And some of you would even be able to solve the problems. This training is, of course, would be sent to you if you attend full 2 hours of training or 2 hours, 15 minutes of training. For those people, it will be sent to you again as a recorded training in your email, and you will get access to this training free of cost throughout your life. So don't even worry about taking the notes. Just listen to me. Later on, you can watch this video as many times as you want. Okay. Today, I'm going to tell you, I have put all the learnings of the 31 years in this 2 hours of training program. Not only my learnings, but also the learnings of my students. Because they have been achievers now. Some of the students are CEOs and quality directors. Sometimes they're the owners of big companies. And I even learned from them now. They learned from me 15 years ago or 20 years ago. I started conducting training programs in Lean and Six Sigma 20 years ago. So, I have students who are now almost, sometimes they're retiring as well. So I keep learning from their experiences, and whatever I'm going to teach you is a culmination of not only my experience, but also what I have learned from my students, because they keep sharing with me after attending our training programs, what happened to them and what worked. So Lean Six Sigma can be taught in different ways, but the way I'm going to teach you is something which is unique, and this really works. Almost, I should not say almost, 100% of the organizations where we implement Lean Six Sigma, it works. And for 100% of the students, it makes a positive difference. Okay, some of the proof that I keep doing training programs worldwide. There are some programs, some photographs for you, just to, data oriented. Lean Six Sigma is data oriented. Deming used to say, in God we trust, rest others bring data. So I'm showing you the data. I really have done training programs. Please trust me. This is the first ever, and I'm always proud to tell you that the first Lean Six Sigma Black Belt training program in whole of Middle East was conducted by me back in 2007. This is the photograph of that. In fact, this hospital, it was conducted for a hospital, but a lot of people from engineering companies also had joined in, because it was conducted in hospitals. So half of them were from healthcare, and half of them from the manufacturing. Some of them two of them were from Riyadh Bank. Later on, the Riyadh Bank invited me to implement Lean Six Sigma. And so in Middle East, we have a very, very good presence. As I said, we were incorporated in Europe. So Europe also, we have got very, very good presence. So world's biggest pharmaceutical company, world's biggest well-known soft drink company, world's biggest bank, world's biggest oil company, they are all our clients. Even we have exported our services to China. People import goods from China. We have exported our services to China. This is Chinese hospital. This is world's biggest shipping company. Now, I'm not naming them. You keep guessing. Go to Google and you'll find them. Then this is in US, one of the world's biggest manufacturer of soft drink products. Won a lot of awards in different countries, even ministers of health ministers of different countries, including Saudi Arabia, UAE, India, Philippines, and Vietnam. They have attended our training programs, appeared on TV shows also. So I hope.
I'm Shekhar Suman, and I wish to congratulate all the Six Sigma certified black belt from Annexus. All the best.
So now I hope you trust me. Okay, thanks a lot. Now, what I will do, I will jump to what do you get if you embrace Lean and Six Sigma. Okay. So let us talk about the benefits of Lean and Six Sigma. So what do you think Lean Six Sigma can do? Tell me, as per you, what is your opinion Lean Six Sigma can do? And I'll also tell you, but as per you, what do you think Lean Six Sigma is capable of doing? Dushan is telling, oh, it's like God. Okay, it improves processes such in Rida, okay, it saves time, absolutely. Okay, great, you're right. All of you are right. Yes, all of you are right. Okay, can you find some similarities here? Can you find some similarities here? A manufacturing company improves production by 30%. A hospital reduces discharge time of patients from 3 hours to 15 minutes. 64% reduction in recruitment time in a multinational company. Hotel improves customer satisfaction or experience and increases booking to almost 2 times. A bank reduces errors and cycle times by 80% with enhanced customer satisfaction score. Then insurance claims time reduced by 70%. What is the similarity here? Yes, most of you are all right. And it is about improvements, and one common thread running through almost all of them are that they are all Lean and Six Sigma improvement projects. They have used data analytics to solve the problems. Now this world is today of data analytics. Now data analytics was being used by Lean Six Sigma for the last 20, 25 years. They have been using it. Emphasis on the data analytics. Now the world has realized, nowadays people are trying to become data analysts. Lean Six Sigma is a step ahead. It doesn't tell you only how to analyze the data. It also tells you after analysis how to improve the process. What is the use of analyzing if you can't utilize it? So that also tells you that. Okay. So it can reduce errors, cycle times, costs, and improves the customer satisfaction drastically. And that is what we have done in many, many organizations. So Lean Six Sigma can reduce the costs, reduce the defects, reduce the waste, reduce the rework, reduce the cycle time, improve the quality, production efficiency, productivity, customer satisfaction, capacity, profitability, resilience. And which CEO will not like a person who can do all these things? Every CEO wants a person like this, who can achieve all these things. Okay, let me tell you, let me take you through the history of Six Sigma very, very briefly. Okay, I think today I'll skip that history of Six Sigma. What I will do, I will tell my team members to send a video, and this video which I'm showing, they will be sending it to you separately, and they can it will just talk about the history of Six Sigma. And I will move on to the next, let me move on to the next topic, because rather than learning about history, let us see how Lean Six Sigma can benefit, how Lean Six Sigma can benefit. But just very briefly, I can tell you, it was started in Motorola. Bob Galvin was the CEO. He wanted to improve everything by 5 times. And Bill Smith and Michael Harris suggested that let us do improvement projects. Now, what is the definition of a project? Definition of a project is it is a one-time activity. It doesn't exist after some time. So they said that let us do multiple improvement projects. And we would train the people in statistical tools and techniques, and they will do projects. So if I train 15 people, these 15 projects will transform the organization. And not only 15, after one wave, I'll train more, maybe another 15 and another 15 or another 20 or 25. And these people who have got trained, they would also again spread the message, and we would have hundreds of projects being completed in Motorola, and they transformed the organization drastically. And then GE, Jack Welch, when he heard of this, he said, wow, this is a great thing. And he told his employees that you will not be promoted if you are not a green belt. So basic criteria for promotion was you have to be a green belt. And that's how Lean Six Sigma got more traction. And after that, Jack Welch started telling the suppliers also. If you want to do with business with GE, you need to implement Lean Six Sigma. So all these the suppliers started asking, what is Six Sigma? So GE would say, well, we will send our master black belts to you, and they will train you what is Six Sigma. That's how Six Sigma started. So let us see what is Lean and Six Sigma. So in short, if you ask me, just describe Lean in 3 sentences and just describe Six Sigma in 3 sentences, then what would I say? If you ask me, describe Lean in 3 sentences, describe Six Sigma in 3 sentences, my answer would be, Lean is map the process, identify the waste in the process, reduce the waste, reduce the cycle time, reduce the errors using mistake proofing techniques, and make the customer happy. So this is what is Lean. Again, I'll repeat, map the process. Now map the process as is. As is means what's happening. You have to go to the field. Gemba means go to the field. Go to the place of action. Gemba is a Japanese word which means go to the place of action and see how the things are taking place. And after that, you map the process as is and then investigate which activities are value added and which activities are non-value added. So some of the activities are not adding any value at all. These are known as non-value added activities. These are known as muda in Japanese. What is the definition of non-value added activity? Okay, so if I maybe I'll just write down here on the whiteboard. The non-value added activity is if it is not done right the first time. It is not done right the first time. Okay, so anything starting with rework, review, anything starting with even approval, inspection, checking, everything is waste. It is not adding any value. Now you will say, why? See, value is from customer's perspective, not from your perspective. Value is from customer's perspective. Look at the customer. What does the customer want? See, customer wants some value. And to deliver that value, you are following some steps. But these steps, each and every step, is it really adding value to the customer? Many times you will see, no, it is not adding. Like, for example, if I take, let us take our own example. Let us take. By the way, first let me complete the three basic criteria of branding a step as a non-value added activity. Anyone knows? Anyone else? Yeah. If it does not bring the inputs closer to output, especially in manufacturing, closer to output, or doesn't physically change towards the end or towards the goal of achieving that output, which is of value to the customer, it is of no use. It is of no value to the customer. That step. So I'm talking about non-value added or wasteful steps. These are the criteria. And if the customer is not willing to pay for it, it is not adding any value. Okay. So some examples would be, if I just try to give some examples, some of the examples are overproduction, producing more than required, waiting time, transportation, moving from one place to another place, overprocessing, inventory, rework, rejections, underutilized resources. Now, I can't give you too many examples because I have to cover a lot of tools. And it is some of the easiest thing, and many of you already know about it. So I wouldn't go into the details here, but just to give an example, suppose if I take example of this training, what is the value you are looking at from this training? The value you are looking at probably is the transfer of knowledge of Lean and Six Sigma tools from my brain to your brain, isn't it? You would like to learn new tools and techniques which will help you to achieve success in your career. That is what you are looking at. That is the value you are looking at from this training. Now, to deliver this training, suppose I would have traveled and I would have made you to travel. London, a nice 5-star hotel. I'm conducting a nice training. You can come over there, and I will also come there, and you can see me in person, a live training. Then I will book a ticket. And of course, on the day of the training or 2 days before the training, I will take a flight. Or before that, I will book a taxi. I'll travel in the taxi. Then I'll go to the airport. Then I will sit in the lounge and relax and have my tea and coffee and I enjoy my lounge privileges. And after that, I wait for the boarding to be announced, and I sit in the flight. No, all these things, are they adding any value to you? No, you will not be willing to pay for it. You would say, please tell me, give me the knowledge. Give me the secrets of your success. That's what you will tell. You're traveling and sitting in the lounge, waiting for the aeroplane for boarding. It's not going to add any value. These are all non-value added activities. And my dear friends, many of the activities today, look at your list of activities during the whole day. 90% of the time is wasted in non-value added activities. I see a lot of people from hospitals here. So let me take some hospital example, and of course, everyone has been to hospital, so everyone can connect. After that, I'll take some other example from oil industry, and then maybe recruitments. When we teach statistics, I will maybe take example from other industry or other process. So let me take some example. So first 5 to 10 minutes, I'll devote to Lean. Then I'll come to Six Sigma. To understand Six Sigma, you'll have to know and have a knowledge of some statistical concepts. So it will take a little time. For 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, I'll keep explaining some basic statistical concepts to you before I start teaching you some of the advanced tools of Six Sigma. Now, let us look at the Lean. So Lean, war on waste. Processing, motion, walking, searching, waiting, transport, all these are wastes. Okay. Muda, mura, muri. Waste means muda. Mura means variation. Like step number 1, step number 2, there are 3 steps. Step number 1 completes the job in 10 minutes. Step number 2 takes 30 minutes. What will happen? It is a bottleneck. You will see a lot of people waiting. After completing the first step, at the second step, a lot of people are waiting. Then third step is 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes. What happens? At the second step, a lot of people are waiting. It is waste. There is no point of being efficient in step number 1 and step number 2 if you are step number 1 and step number 3 if your step number 2 is inefficient. I was in Dubai Expo 2020 just now. One month ago. There I saw a lot of long queues in some of the pavilions, some of the countries' pavilions. And I realized that what was happening, they will take people in batches, okay, move from one place to another place. Sometimes they had to wait for 45 minutes in the queue. And what exactly I saw was that each of the show, there were 6 or 7 shows going on in a particular pavilion. Each of the show was not more than 10 minutes. So I told them, your waiting time, which is now 45 minutes to 60 minutes, some of you are still visiting Dubai Expo, they would realize that, right? 45 minutes to 60 minutes you are waiting, but each of your show timing is 10 minutes or 8 minutes. At the most, the people should not wait more than 10 minutes. You are habitual of batch processing. I can't explain more here, but you're habitual of batch processing. I told them, I advised them something. And these 3 countries pavilions, I have got written letters from them. They're so thankful. They said, wow, you've really saved not only our time, and of course, a lot of people, a lot of footfalls are there in our country's pavilion, not only saving our time, but also saved a lot of other people's time as well. Simple techniques, variation in the steps will cause waste in the process. And overburden means overcapacity of machine, overcapacity of the person. That also causes waste. So I would not describe too much because it's a yellow belt training. I'll just give some examples. So waste of intelligence. I'll give some from healthcare, I said, right? So I'll just talk about some of the hidden wastes in healthcare. These are the hidden wastes. If you go to a blood test processing time, if you just list down 10 steps, only 2 of the steps are non-value added. Walking to the outpatient department, registering an OPD, it is not adding any value. What is the value the patient is looking at here? I want my health status. Now, what are you asking me to do? You are asking me to go from one desk to another desk. Then you are asking me to give my ID card. Then you are asking me to register in the OPD. Then you are asking me to walk to the lab. No, I'm not willing to pay for that. Non-value added activities. So some people will say, no, you have to go to the OPD. You have to do all these things. Sorry, they are not adding any value. And there are companies, there are hospitals who are thinking about it. There are labs who are thinking about that. And they are coming out with better processes. In fact, in 4 of the hospitals, top hospitals of Europe and Middle East, we have eliminated the registration altogether. There is no need for registration. I'll show you a video towards the end. National Healthcare Service in UK. We have advised them. In lab also, we have advised. A lot of projects we have done. We have reduced the cycle times drastically and saved a lot of money. Waste of intelligence, like nurse being asked, oh, my pillow cover, patients are asking the nurse, my pillow cover is dirty, my bed sheet is dirty. This is not the job of the nurse, but it is spending the intelligence of nurse to take care of something else, which she's not supposed to. So she would start committing mistakes while dispensing the medicine or while treating the patients. Waste of intelligence. Some more examples I'll tell you. Maybe so ultimately the idea is we are trying to eliminate the waste. There's a lot of waste surrounded. A lot of waste, fat. Fat is there in the body. Make the process lean by eliminating the waste. That is what is happening in lean. You map the process, identify the value added and non-value added steps. And then finally, after identifying the waste in the process, you generally try to, I'm just flipping through the slides because it's like long, I've just pulled out some slides because I see a lot of people from healthcare are there. So I just thought of, at least first a few 15 minutes, let me take some healthcare example also. After that, of course, I'll take some other examples as well. So errors, transportation, underutilization of equipment, walking, an intelligent MD walking just like that, waste of intelligence. Even nurse walking or going to the elevator. See, if you multiply, add on together all the time per nurse and multiply by 200 nurses working in a large hospital, the wastage runs into thousands of dollars. Okay, so these are all things you try to eliminate. Then also there is one more tool called Pokayoke. Pokayoke means even by mistake, you should not commit a mistake. Even by mistake, you should not commit a mistake. So let me, because I'm in these slides of healthcare, let me give Pokayoke example, which is also a lean tool. After that, I'll jump to Six Sigma, teaching some statistics. So doing things in parallel. You ask 5 questions. You ask 5 questions for each step. We call it escape analysis. Eliminate, simplify, combine, automate, and parallel. Eliminate. My team, of course, there's not much time to explain all these things in detail. So what I'll advise my team, if they can put the video of escape analysis and an example. I've shown one example how escape analysis is done. By taking example, I have shown it. They will put it in the link, and you will know what is escape technique. But just in short, first list down all the steps. Let's say there are 30 steps in your process. Each step you ask 5 questions. Can I eliminate that step? Can I simplify that step? Can I combine the step with other steps? Can I automate? Can I make it parallel? If yes, why not? Trust me, in 2 hours, just 2 hours of good brainstorming with the team, you will completely transform the whole process. Here, they are doing in parallel. They are doing 2 things in parallel. You must have read by now, right? They're doing 2 things in parallel. Setting up, preparation, all these things are wastes. Shift the patient as it is. Setup time is reduced. Okay, coming to, I was talking about the Pokayoke. Pokayoke, errors. First you investigate why errors are happening. Similar sounding medicines. Can I do something? Can I use some techniques so that mistakes don't occur? As a surgeon, I should not forget some instrument in the patient. Yeah, so you have indented surgical instrument tray. I would know something I've forgotten. Yes, this is mistake proofing. Make your workplace visual workplace. People should not waste time in asking questions. People should go wherever they want to go. True for you, any organization. I'm just taking hospital example. True for any organization. Like a rice cooker, after some time, at a certain temperature, it switches off automatically, isn't it? It's mistake proofing. Even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. It is also known as fool proofing. Fool proofing means pokayoke. Pokayoke in Japanese means fool proofing. Even a foolish person cannot commit a mistake. Okay, so mistakes do happen, right? So how can I prevent those mistakes? By using mistake proofing. Even by mistake, I can't enter incorrect values. In ATM, if you enter your password more than 3 times incorrectly, what happens? It blocks your account, so that it prevents the error of someone else taking all of your money from your account. So oxygen cannot be connected to nitrogen. In hospital, even if you want to connect, you cannot connect. Even if you want to connect, you cannot connect, because the difference in the nozzles. So other examples are like fixed number of packages during surgery, so that you remember what has gone inside has to come out. So these are some examples. I just okay. Now I'll go back. Now I'll give some other examples. Other industries. There are other manufacturing as well, right? There are other industries also. Okay. So this was about lean. Now about Six Sigma. Now suppose someone asks me, in 3 sentences, tell me what is lean? What is Six Sigma? So my answer would be, reduce the variation in the process. There is a lot of variation in the process. See, a process, whatever I'm sure you are working for an organization, and you are doing something repetitive in nature, isn't it? Like you're doing something again and again. Every day you go and do some activities again and again. This is known as process. Anything which you are repeating again and again is a process. Now the output of the process, whatever you do, there is an output which is of value to the customer. Yeah. You follow a process, follow some process steps, there is an output. Output goes to the customer. Now output could be either a product or a service. If you are working in a manufacturing organization, it's a product. Yeah. If you are manufacturing a car, the output is the car. If you are manufacturing oil, output is the oil. If you are manufacturing chocolates, output is the chocolates. If you are in service industry, suppose you are in a bank, you're opening an account or serving a customer, that service provided to the customer is the output. Opening an account is an output. In a hospital, treating a patient is the output. Yeah. In a hotel, giving the customer, the guest, a nice experience. In the airline industry, transporting the customer from one place to another place, although the transportation is not a value-added activity. Yeah, but still, sometimes we really need to transfer. We really need to meet people, isn't it? Sometimes. So that time, if the customer is willing to pay for it, it is not a non-value-added activity. A lot of airline industries are my customers. A lot of shipping companies are my customers. So when I teach these wastes, they say, "Oh, we are in the waste industry." Yeah, so I say, "Yes, you are." Okay, and pandemic proved it. Okay, so coming back. Six Sigma. Reducing the variation in the products and services. Reducing the variation in the product and services. Yeah. So that customer trusts your product or service is Six Sigma. What do you mean by this? See, when you produce any product or service, so let me take two examples, one from manufacturing participants and one from maybe service participants. So let's say I'm producing chocolates, or let's say I'm producing cars. Now, if you go to a car showroom and the showroom manager tells you, you are here to buy the car. Let's say you are here to buy, Ferrari. Okay. You can, of course. I can't, but I'm just dreaming. Or let's say simple car, okay, any car. And you are here to buy the car. And the showroom manager tells you, well, car number one, brakes are a little better than the second one. But in the second one, headlights are a little better. Yeah. And the third one, the seat covers are of better quality. And the fourth one, you'll say, sorry, I don't want this variation. If there are 10 cars, all of them should be of same quality. Then only I'll trust you. Then only I will pick up any car. 100 cars are rolling out of your factory gate every day. I can pick up any car with confidence if there is no variation within the cars or between the cars. Then only I'll trust you. But if you tell me sometimes I really work well, sometimes I produce really good cars, on some days I don't produce good cars, you won't trust this company. Yeah. When you buy a mobile, you trust, there is no variation. There are 20 packets. Pick up anyone, isn't it? That's what you do. Variation should be reduced. See, variation will be there. But if you reduce the variation as much as possible so that the customer trusts you, that is what a Six Sigma. You go to McDonald's, you go to New York, you go to Dubai, you go to London, you go to Delhi, you go to Karachi, you go to Riyadh, you go to Manila, you go to Singapore. McDonald's, it's McDonald's. You trust it. You know the processes they are process dependent. They are not people dependent. That's what Deming said. 85% of the problems are due to the processes, not due to the people. 85% of the problems are due to the processes, not due to the people. Therefore, focus on the processes. Focus on the processes. Now you're convinced that focus should be on the processes. Don't blame the people for any problems. Right? Okay. Example from food industry. Rida is asking, of course, food. I just gave McDonald's example. Okay, whatever you are producing, yeah, the weight variation should not be there. If you're promising, say, chocolates, 100 grams per unit of chocolate, 100 grams. Sometimes you give, by mistake, instead of 100 grams, I gave you 50 grams. You won't like it. It should be 100 plus minus 1 or 2 grams, of course. Variation would be there, but it should be reduced as much as possible. That will bring trust. That will make the people trust your products and services. Then you will say, well, go to McDonald's, you'll get excellent service, excellent food, excellent products. Some of the hotel chains, you will say, well, that particular branch is good, but that particular branch is not good. That means they are not system-oriented, they are people-oriented, they are chef-oriented. Chef may change, but the product should remain same. McDonald's is not dependent on people. People may come and go. McDonald's remains same. I'm just taking example. There are so many examples like that, right? So now you are convinced Problems are not in the people, problems are in the processes. Tell your boss tomorrow. When the boss tells you, hey, you are a problem, you say, problem is not me. Problem is the process. And who designs and who is responsible for the process? Senior manager, right? So the problems are due to the senior management. Okay. Or don't tell your boss like that. Okay. Boss will tell you, you are also a manager of some team. Yeah. So you yourself are a leader. Don't blame others. Okay. So in order to understand variation a little bit more, let us learn some basic statistics. Now, are you ready to learn some complex topic? I have to seek your permission because, see, I can make this program very, very simple, easy. Oh, I understood everything. Or there is a way, I can teach you even complex tools, which I generally teach in black belt trainings. I can teach in yellow belt trainings. Yeah, because you should get some good value out of it, isn't it? So are you ready? Please let me know. Or if you want to keep it simple, I will keep it simple. Abdul is telling, boss is always telling people are not good. Of course, that is what the job of boss. He's continuous improvement. Otherwise, he's not a boss, isn't it? And you are also a boss of some people. Ask your people, ask your team members what they think about you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So people are saying yes. Some people are telling yes, they're ready. Okay, no problems. Before I teach you, let me tell you, when you implement Lean and Six Sigma, there are four, actually 5 levels. The white belt is like nowadays, it doesn't have much value, but even there is a white belt. You are already a white belt, by the way. If you have understood what is Lean and Six Sigma basic definition, you are a white belt. But yellow belts are the people who know some of the tools and techniques, who are aware of those tools and techniques, but they can't do a project. Green belts are the people who can do projects, who undergo a training, a structured training, like the one we conduct. Black belts are the people who know a little bit of more complex tools, statistical tools. So typically we conduct 3 days of green belt training, but 3 days plus a whole association, lifelong association. Because when you do a project, we also guide you in the future after 6 months, 5 years, 10 years. One person completed a green belt training from me in 2007. Now he remembered, oh, Mr. Amitabh used to tell that, it will be a future, it will be useful. Now every organization talking about it. My organization is talking about it. Now I want to do a project. I said, why not? I'm there. We are not fly-by-night companies. We are not, see, we are all full-time master black belts in our organization. It's not like, I hire a person part-time working in some other company and ask him to conduct a training. Now that person is gone, your training is complete. But after that, what happens? No one knows. So green belt, we conduct 3 days training, which teaches all the tools and techniques. Black belt, we conduct 3 more days of training. And master black belt, we conduct 3 to 4 more days of training. Along with that, we also, if you need, one-on-one training sessions are given for all the tools and techniques which you have not understood. Or if you would like to apply, if you want to do a real project, we help you, we guide. We also do a project in the classroom. So the green belt and black belt, you also do a project. Today, I will not ask you to do the project because you are a yellow belt. I'll just show you. I'll show you a project and how a project is done by a green belt and black belt. You don't have to do anything. And don't try to take notes. Don't worry about. Nowadays, the days of notes are over. You have videos. I'll give you a lot of videos. Watch these videos whenever you want. Yeah. As a green belt and black belt, you get lots of videos from us. And they are high content, excellent content, one of the best content in the industry, I can tell you that. Master black belt is the person who can teach others, who can consult others, who can become independent. He doesn't have to look for any job. He's like me. I have trained more than, I think, 750 master black belts in the whole world. Many of them are my competitors today, but I'm happy. At least they acknowledge that I have taught them. Thanks to them. And some of them are earning more money than me. And some of them are they are at a very high positions. Just by being a master black belt, they've reached the positions of CEOs. When the organization was looking at people for CEO level positions, generally they would always love a person who can improve processes or who knows these tools and techniques of data analytics. So let us learn what happens in DMAIC: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And along the way, we will learn some basic statistics too. So in the define phase, as I told you in the beginning, in Lean Six Sigma, you choose a project. You choose a project to improve a process. So there is a process. All of us are working in processes, right? So we want to improve the performance of the process. Okay, if you are working in chocolate manufacturing, weight variation in chocolates you would like to reduce. If you're working in production company, you would like to improve the production. If you're working in a bank, you would like to reduce the number of errors per week, or reduce the number of or time spent in reconciliation, okay, or VAT filing, time taken to file the VAT. In Ernst & Young, I did 3-4 very good projects where they reduced the time taken to file the VAT, value-added tax, or GST. India, if you're from India, something like GST, filing, it's a tedious process. We reduced time taken to file the VAT or GST for those companies. And so many. So whatever you want, you choose an improvement project. So in the first, when you're doing a project, you follow define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. DMAIC. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So let us see a project, how they have applied these tools and techniques. So first thing, let us think of a project. Because this is a mixed batch, I've chosen a project, recruitment cycle time reduction, so everyone will understand. This company, it's an oil company. It's actually engineering company, which is consulting oil companies, and they want to reduce the recruitment cycle time of engineers. And they are following define, measure, analyze, improve, control. Define phase. What happens? In the define phase, you define the problem and goal statement, and you look at the high-level process map. Just look at what is this process, which process this problem is in, or which process this problem belongs to which process. That's what you just think of that in the define phase. You're setting the direction. And then measure phase, you collect the data. How badly are you performing? What is your recruitment time? Like today, what is your actual recruitment time? Analyze phase, why my recruitment time is high? In the improve phase, you'll give suggestions. And in the control phase, you will hold the gains. You will sustain the improved process for a long, long time. It usually happens, isn't it? We are very happy with improvements. After that, you go back to original habits, go back to original states. Once I applied DMAC to my weight, I reduced my weight, DMAC. Define, my weight is today 90 kgs. I was looking like someone who is like, eats too much. And my goals problem statement was my weight is 90 kg. And my goal statement was I would like to reduce it to 75 kg. Okay. Then I measured, I collected the data. Every day I collected the weight for some time. I got my control limits. I'll tell you what is control limits in a short while. I got my control limits. Like my weight is between 90 plus minus 2 kgs. And then I analyzed. I also did an FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis. Now, there is no time to teach you FMEA today, but I'll tell my team to put FMEA link in the box, and you can just go through that. It's a very, very powerful tool, and you can just go through that and learn FME. A lot of tools I'm giving free. I give a lot of freebies in my trainings. When you join my green belt and black belt trainings, a lot of freebies are there. Even in yellow belt, I'm giving you so many freebies. In the analyze phase, I know why, what is the root cause? See, everyone has a different root cause. My solution, my root cause may be different, your root cause may be different. So I get the root cause. And then in improve phase, I attack the root cause. And then after reducing to 75 kg, I hold it, I maintain it so that I look a little better. When I come in front of you to conduct the training program, You will feel that this is an energetic person. Even at the age of 53 years, this person has energy. Yeah. A lot goes behind this. It's not easy, my dear friend. DMAC, I apply DMAC to my own life. Okay. Any problem you have in life, you can solve using DMAC. But let's talk about our recruitment time. So first, define ways. First thing, I will form a team. Every improvement is done with the help of the team. Don't do any improvement alone. You will fail, my dear friend. You will fail. Everything happens in team. And team undergoes 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Okay. No time to describe those stages. But forming means you form the team. A, B, C, D, E, you are in this team. And our goal is to reduce recruitment cycle time. Then comes storming. People look at B, looks at A looks at C. Why this person is there? Why this person is made the leader? Sorry, I'm here for last 2 years. Why this person joined 3 months ago? Why he's made the leader? Storming. No one is thinking about the objective of the project. No one is thinking about reduction of recruitment time. They're thinking about each other. How does I fit into this role? What I'm supposed to do? I don't know. Storming. Then comes norming. Okay. Forming. Storming, forming, storming. Then comes norming. People normalize, they accept each other. And then performing starts. A good manager knows that. And after you achieve your goals, of course, you have to adjourn, adjourning also there. Okay. So now we are forming the team. And I'll include HR director as the champion or the sponsor. Okay. And we have a process owner, the subject matter expert. He is the process owner. Now, he is not a green belt or black belt, but as a green belt. So suppose when you undergo a training, you have to do a project. Okay. Now, you don't have to do a real project. When you attend our trainings, we do the projects with you. We give you the data. We have all the real life projects with us. We give the data. In the classroom, we solve the problem. So we give you a virtual project experience. We give the real life situation. We also tell you, this person is not cooperating. What would you do? This person is not understanding standard deviation. What would you do? So we form a project team. And then we make a SIPOC, supplier input, process, output, and customer. SIPOC. This is the high-level process map, 50,000 feet overview of the process. Okay, 50,000 feet overview of the process. Just basic 5 steps, 6 steps of recruitment. And what is the output? Output is the recruited employee. Who is the customer? Departments are the customers. What are the basic steps? Receive and shortlist resumes, etc. All the basic steps are there. And the inputs, job description, CVs, budget. And then a measure on the output. Okay, measure on the output. We call it as Y. So here, recruitment cycle time is the measure on the output, which customers are complaining about. And this recruitment cycle time is because of high recruitment cycle time is because of the inputs and processes. So focus on the inputs and process. Don't focus on the outputs. Don't focus on the results. Results are not in your hands, my dear friend. Inputs and processes in your control. You can only work on inputs and process. Result will automatically happen. Let it happen. It is not in your hand, my dear friend. Don't worry about the result. If you worry about the result, you'll just get stress and tension and high blood pressure. Most of the managers are worried about the result. Oh, like if I used to worry about my weight. Oh, my weight is high, my weight is high, my weight is high. I never worried about my pizzas. Now I went to X Factors. Stop eating pizza. Okay. Anyway, so work on the inputs and process. That is in your hand. That is what Six Sigma teaches us. Okay. SIPOC, supplier input, process, output, and customer. Who are the suppliers? Okay. We also prepare you for the interviews. We also prepare you for the interviews during our training. For example, now I'm just showing you this video. This helps you to understand. If I teach SIPOC, of course, in Greenbelt, we do a SIPOC together, but this is not Greenbelt training program. I'll just tell you only one example. For each tool, we give you an interview question. Say, for example, look at this. I'm not sure. Are you?
We are discussing about the Lean and Six Sigma interview questions. Let me talk about SIPOC. SIPOC is a tool derived from Deming's systems approach. He used to say that 85% of the problems are due to the processes and only 15% are contributed by the people. It is a tool that gives you 50,000 feet overview of the process. If you give me only one page to give maximum information about the process, then I would use a SIPOC. So if you are asked about the SIPOC, then you can say that it is a tool that is used to see the overall process in one instant. It gives the whole picture of suppliers, inputs, process, output, and customers. And the SIPOC, the acronym, stands for that. It makes us follow the systems approach of Deming. It is usually done in the define phase immediately after you have written the project charter. Once we know the project, then we make a SIPOC on the process in which you are doing the project. This helps us to focus on the process rather than blaming the people for all the defects, errors, and delays. To make a SIPOC, we move from right to left. That means we start by identifying the customers, then the output, then process steps, and the inputs and the suppliers. SIPOC helps us to identify the inputs or the X factors which are influencing our output, that is the Y. Because Y is function of X, SIPOC is the starting point of using the statistical methods. After that, you can give an example of a SIPOC of a process from the organization for which you are appearing for an interview. I hope you found this useful.
Okay, so these are some of the examples. Okay, now when we talk about data, people give three reactions. We say, we do not collect the data, or I don't want to give you the data because you will take my data, project on some graphs and charts and tell the management that I'm really performing not well. I don't want to give you the data. Or some people say, I have got too much of data, but I don't know what to do with it. Some people say, oh, analysis is too complicated. I am not a mathematics person. Now all your excuses are gone. With Lean Six Sigma, all your excuses are gone. You are software. You don't have to be a mathematics person. Anyone, people from 8th standard and 9th standards, they have attended the green belt and black belt training, they have understood. Forget about the lot of people from US universities, they have attended my training programs. They are studying in bachelors, they have attended my training programs. And then they have learned. A lot of students from India, a lot of students from Europe, Middle East, the oil, King Fahd, the University of Petrochemicals, in Dammam, I think. They have attended, students, all the students, so many students, like I'm forgetting the names of the exact names of the universities, the Houston University, so Manipal University in India, like Houston in US. Even students are learning nowadays because no statistic, no calculations are required nowadays. If time permits, I will show you that as well. I don't know how much time is there. And I'm trying to wind up things as fast as possible. So can you please tell me, do you agree that there are two types of data? Something can be measured and something cannot be measured. Do you agree with that? Oh, sorry to tell you. Oh, sorry to tell you. Sorry. You should not agree because there are three rules. You cannot improve if you cannot measure. And second rule is you can measure everything. And third rule is if you think something cannot be measured, go back to rule number 2. That means everything can be measured. Now you'll wonder, you'll ask me, why? How can you say that everything can be measured? Okay. So there are two types of data, continuous data and attribute data. To save my time, because if I speak, maybe I start telling stories. So I'll just pull out a short video from our training program so that, it will speed up the whole process. Because so this video talks about the types of data, the two types of data. Two types of data are continuous data and attribute data. Very quickly, because there's not much time to explain that. So very quickly, I'll just take an example from here. And I'll just give me 1 minute. So please remember, because types of data is important to understand, because the tools and techniques which you use in green belt or a black belt, generally depends on what data you are using. What is the type of data? Like tool, like histogram will be used for continuous data. So let us learn. Let us talk about. I hope you will be able to understand about this.
Green belt or a black belt, you need to remember 3 rules. The first rule is
Okay, I already talked about the rules. Yeah. Okay, I talked to you live. Okay. By the way, we have got excellent
anything.
content.
There are 2 types of data, continuous data and attribute data. Continuous data can be represented on a number line. It can have a decimal place. It can also have a unit. Say, for example, age, height. Age is 52.5 years. That's my age. Height, maybe 180.1 centimeters. Cycle time of a process, 3.5 hours. Or procurement time in an organization, 120.3 days. These are all continuous data because they all have a possibility of a decimal, means they can be expressed in decimal points, and also they all have a unit. Now let us talk about attribute data. Attribute data can be expressed in categories, and categories can be counted. Say, for example, if you want to measure happiness, so easiest way to measure any attribute data is to create a category, and if possible you can create a binary category. A presence or absence of that attribute can be one of the simplest categories. So if I take the example of happiness, 2 categories I can create: happy, unhappy. So if I want to increase the happiness in the employees in the organization, then I can always count how many employees are happy. Let's say 60 employees are happy and 40 employees are unhappy. I can express this as proportion. That means proportion of happy employees in my organization is 0.6 and proportion of unhappy employees is 0.4. And it can also be expressed as percentage. Now this proportion or percentage, they don't have a unit. And a count, like 60 employees, I can't have 60.1 employees who are happy. So the count will not have any decimal point. So this is what continuous data and attribute data is. It is very important to know the difference between continuous and attribute data. And it is very important to understand what is continuous data and what is attribute data, because the tools which you are going to use in the measure and analyze phases, they depend on what type of data you are dealing with. If you are dealing with continuous data, then you might use histograms. If you are dealing with attribute data, you may use pie chart or Pareto charts or bar charts. If you are dealing with combination of continuous and attribute, like in inferential statistics, then you may be using box plots and scatter plots and regression, ANOVA, chi-square, etc. So the tool usage depends on the type of data you are dealing with. So it is very important to understand the types of data. More about.
So it's very important for you to understand types of data, because there are so many tools we teach in green belt and black belt. I'll show you glimpses of those tools and techniques. We'll not be teaching you all these tools, glimpses. So I just told you about histograms. See, when you are collecting, say, time, recruitment time, you can create a histogram. What is a histogram? Histogram looks something like this. So histogram, histo means history, historical graph, historical graph. Historically, I collected the data, and then, I can, like, time taken to recruit a person. On an average, I'm taking, let's say, 50 days, 90 days. Let me pull out one of, maybe, let's say, I think still time is there. Maybe I'll give you a little bit of idea of let me pull out some real data of recruitment cycle time project as well. And that will give you an idea how the analysis is done. And now don't worry about which buttons I'm clicking. When you join my green belt session, you learn all these things. You'll know. It requires like a good time to understand these tools and techniques. It's not, I'm just showing you. But if you're a green belt, you can do it quickly, and you can do it. You can solve any problem. Basically, the idea is to be able to solve any problem in the industry, and all the data is either continuous or attribute. Say, for example, if I take an example of recruitment cycle time, I collect the data. These are the data I have collected. If it is continuous data, I can only use histogram. I cannot use another, like there is a pie chart for attribute data. Attribute data, I hope you remember still. Like this kind of data is attribute data. Like reason for delay. This is all attribute data, isn't it? These are categories. So that is attribute data. I cannot make histogram here. I can make a pie chart or a bar chart here. Let me show you here. If I'm doing a recruitment cycle time, I can do I'll just show you an advanced tool. Average is 50 days. 50 days it is taking to recruit people. And standard deviation is 5 days. Okay. This is how the process is looking like. What is the significance of average and standard deviation? Let me tell you that also. Are you willing to go a little bit, learn more complex tools? Up to you, your choice. I can keep it easy as well. Sometimes some trainers, they keep everything easy. And towards the end, people say, wow, I like the training, because I understood everything. My dear friend, good training is not to make you happy. Good training is to make you knowledgeable. So I have to train you, even if you don't like, even if you say, no, I have to train you. Okay. Okay, fine. So, yeah. So, yeah, people are willing to learn. Okay, that's great. So, Mr. Gauss, he came to our help long time ago in 19th century. 19th century, he found one interesting phenomena. What did he find? He find all the repetitive processes, they follow normal distribution. All the repetitive processes, they follow normal distribution. Let me make a nice one here. Yeah. All the repetitive processes, they follow normal distribution. Normal because it's normally, you see this in life. Like if I take the average age, like age of people who are attending this training, on an average, maybe they are 35, but some of them would be up to 60, some of them will be up to 20, but very few below 20, very few above 60. Okay. So this is how normal distribution happens, probability curve. Now, Mr. Gauss, he found without any laptop and computers, he studied this over a period of time, and he found all the repetitive, all your machines, all your manufacturing, production follows normal distribution. All your machines follow normal distribution. Maintenance time of machines follow normal distribution. Production in your daily production follows normal distribution. Time taken to deliver any material in Amazon follows normal distribution. Cycle times all follow normal distribution. Think of your process, it follows normal distribution. Suppose I take my traveling time from my office to home. 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 31 minutes, 21 minutes, 27 minutes, 24 minutes, etc. On an average, I may take 30 minutes. On an average, I may take 30 minutes. I'll have standard deviation of 5 minutes. Okay. Mr. Gauss told, whichever process it is, doesn't matter. If you represent the average as X bar, I've tried to write here X bar, but let it X bar. If I denote the average as X bar and standard deviation as sigma, standard deviation, 1, 2, 3, always 3 times the standard deviation on the right side and 3 times the standard deviation on the left side. Always, this is a theorem, he found it. And this is so true. For any process, any manufacturing process, service industry, area, your hospital, your manufacturing, whichever industry you are in, it will follow this normal distribution. As I told you, age, heights of people who are attending this training program. I generally do in my black belt training and green belt trainings, I collect the heights of people. Usually, we restrict our batch size to not more than 30. Above 30, you have to wait for another batch. And by the way, our batches are all waiting. There is a waiting period of all the batches. People are waiting. By the way, I'm going to tell you in the next half an hour, a very good offer, year-end offer. After that, this offer is never going to come back. So stay on for some time. Yes. But I'll tell you only after you attend the full training. I can't tell you. People are telling, please tell us now. I'll tell you, if you want to attend our training, definitely most welcome. My team will put a link and you can join the trainings. Why not? It is coming up. That link is coming up in a short while. But please attend the full training first. Understand this course is for you or not. That's very important. We don't want non-serious people in my training, because I want only serious people who want to really multiply their salaries and who have got fire in the belly, who are willing to learn, who are willing to see the video again and again and again till the time they understand, who are willing to call me again and again and again, say, sir, I have not understood. Please schedule a call with me, one-on-one. We have got a team of master black belts. I'm not alone. I've got a team of master black belts. Although I conduct the 3 days of training I conduct, but I have a team of master black belts who will explain. Sometimes I may be talking a total nonsense. It may happen. You may feel, oh my God, what this chap is talking, but I don't understand anything. In that case, my master black belt will teach you like a child, step by step. You will say, sorry, I did not understand my normal distribution. We have a team who will explain. Now, right now, I'm trying to explain very fast. Now, I'm going to go very, very fast because I want to teach you more tools. So sorry for the speed now. If you don't understand, don't worry. Play the video again and watch again. Okay. So Mr. Gauss, he found, what did he find? X plus 1, 2, plus 1 sigma, 2 sigma, 3 sigma, minus 1 sigma, minus. This, if I fit into my travel time, this is 30 minutes. On an average, I take 30 minutes. One standard deviation is 35 minutes. This is 40 minutes and 45 minutes. This is 25 minutes, 20 minutes, and 15 minutes. Okay. How did I get 35? X bar plus 1 time standard deviation. X bar is 30 plus 1 time 5. Standard deviation is 5, right? I did that calculation. And I can predict about all my travels. By collecting small samples, 30, 40 samples, I can predict about all my travels. And trust me, trust the statistics. Just 30 samples, you can predict about millions of occurrences. Collect 30, 40 chocolates from your manufacturing company, which is manufacturing chocolate. We are doing projects and trainings for National Biscuits Company in Jeddah. I've got a beautiful video. I did not show you today because I wanted to give you more tools towards the end. Just wait for a while. I'll show you some projects also. I'll show you projects from telecom industry. I'll show you projects from textile industry. I'll show you projects from construction industry. But that will happen after half an hour. First, just wait for a while. If you want to learn more, please cancel your appointments after half an hour too. I'm giving you extra bonus of half an hour learning experience today. Please call your friend. I'm going to meet you after, not at the scheduled time. Please do that. You'll not repent. Gosh, Mr. Gauss, he found this. Now this I can apply. So it's very easy to get average and standard deviation. I'm not going to tell you how to calculate standard deviation in this program and the yellow belt. This comes in the higher levels. But I can also tell you that this is known as lower control limit and upper control limit. Okay. So every process has got these control limits. Like for example, if you take my travel time, okay. If you take my travel, okay, to save my time, let me play a video. Okay. Again, in the video, because I won't deviate. Sometimes when I see people, I'll start telling stories. Happens. When you see people, they're interacting, start talking some of the other stuff as well. So let me show you a clip from my Greenbelt training. And here it is. Coming up, wait, coming up, wait, coming up, wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You can display the data collected as a run chart. To give you a little bit idea of what is control chart, let us take a simple example. Suppose I collect the data of my travel time from my home to office every day, and I find that on an average I'm taking 30 minutes and standard deviation is 5 minutes, and we know how to calculate the standard deviation and how to calculate the average. Now if I plot the data on a histogram, then lower control limit would be minus 3 sigma limits, that will be 15 minutes, and upper control limit would be 45 minutes, that is plus 3 times the standard deviation. So lower control limit being 15 and upper control limit being 45, I can say that my travel time is going to vary between 15 to 45 minutes. So you can expect me to travel to my office every day between 15 to 45 minutes. If someone asks me why this variation between 15 to 45 minutes is there, I can tell him that it is due to common cause variation. What is common cause variation? I can say that the variation between 15 to 45 minutes is due to lots of factors. These factors can be the traffic on the road, the weather, the car I use, my mood, or it can also depend on at what time I start from my home. So a lot of factors, which we can call it as X factors, are affecting the travel time, which is the Y here. So I can make the statement that the variation between 15 minutes to 45 minutes is due to the common causes. Means all the causes are acting on my system and producing this variation. This is known as voice of process, as if my traveling process is telling that I will take between 15 minutes to 45 minutes. Now, if I take 60 minutes to travel to my office, then same question is asked to me, that why did I take 60 minutes? Then my answer won't be that all the causes are acting on my system and producing this variation of 60 minutes. I might be able to point out a cause. We call it a special cause. So I may say that I took 60 minutes because maybe today there was too much traffic on the road, or it can be any factor. So when I go out of control limits, I can specify a special cause, and we call this variation as a special cause variation. So we have two types of variation: common cause variation and special cause variation. Common cause variation is part of the process, part of the natural variation of the process. And special cause variation is assignable variation. I can assign a cause to that particular event. Now, what is the difference between common causes and special causes? For special causes, you need to take immediate action. Means you need to take a prompt action so that you are able to bring the process within control. But for common causes, you should not take any specific action. Usually, the common cause is within the control limits, and if you want to act upon the common causes, you might have to change the control limits, and changing the control limits takes effort. You may have to do a DMAC project. You may have to do a Lean project. You may have to do a Six Sigma project, and that's what we are doing. That is why we say that Lean and Six Sigma is applied to chronic problems. A process is behaving in a certain way. It is behaving within some control limits for a long time. Last 6 months or 7 months, your procurement time has been, say, 120 days plus minus 30 days. And I would like to change the control limit. I would like to change the DNA of my process. And that is why I would need to do a Six Sigma project. To understand the variation a little more, let us take another.
So I have given a lot of other examples, but I hope you understood. And if you have not understood, play the video again. You will understand. Play the video and revisit that video again and again till the time you understand. I've explained everything. Only the speed was a little fast. So those who have not understood, play the video again, because I want to give you more in the remaining, how much, say half an hour. Plus I told you, I'm there for 60 minutes more. Okay, so stay on, stay on. You're going to learn a lot of things. I'll even play. I'll teach you FME. I'll teach you FME after 45 minutes. If if you're willing to learn, you'll cancel all your appointments later on. Just stay on. Today's time will be well spent. I told you in the beginning, you will change, your mindset will change towards the problem. You look for problems. You say, give me, I want to apply DMAC. Now, once we have got to, let us go back. Let us go back to our project. Okay. So now, where is my PPT? Yes. And thanks to all my team members who are, what you are seeing is like a combined effort of a lot of people. A lot of people are there who are supporting me from back end. Yeah. There are 8-9 people who are supporting me from the thanks a lot to them. Okay. Okay. So
Hi.
oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Now what we'll do, I'll not go into the too much of detail now here, but what usually we do here is, see, we go to the customers. Like if I just go back to the SIPOC, now I'll go to the customers and ask the customer, Mr. Customer, how do you like, what do you think about my output? Customer will say, sorry, I don't like you, I hate you, you take too much time. See, that is what, so I have to translate whatever the customer says, I have to translate it to measurable characteristics, measurable. I can measure everything, right? I can measure, now recruitment time is my measure. I can even measure the HR staff, skilled, unskilled. I can measure travel documents, available, not available. I can measure the job description also. It is available or not available, because all these X factors, which are X factors, are impacting my Y, isn't it? So I collected the voice of the customer and I go to the customers. Okay. We also teach you how to collect the voice of customer. Now, due to lack of time, I won't be talking much about it.
Now let us move to the next chapter, understanding the voice of customer.
So as I said, I think there's not much enough time for teaching you. I'll rather teach some more important tools to you. So we collect the voice of customer using different techniques. And after collecting the voice of customer, we found that recruitment time is very, very important. And we create a project charter, nice project charter. That it is taking 50 days to recruit employees. Taking 50 days to recruit employees. And I would like to reduce it to 30 days. SMART goal statement, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. SMART. Created a project charter. And then we move on. Now, the problem is this, the why. But the actual causes are here. So you have to focus on the X factors, not the Y. I told you already. Because Y is function of X. You go to the doctor, tell him the symptom, I'm having fever. When I go to the doctor and tell I'm having fever, doctor doesn't treat the symptom. Doctor treats the cause. He has a cause and effect diagram, a fishbone diagram. He has learned in his MBBS. 5 years he studied and all possible causes he studied. He looks at me, oh, you are having so many possible causes. He doesn't tell me, but he looks, oh, okay. You may be having this, you may be having infection, you may be having bacterial infection, viral infection, stomach upset, this. So many things might be causing you fever. He knows, he has got a lot of X factors. The fever is the output, that output. He doesn't treat the fever. He doesn't tell me, what is the measure here for my fever? The measure is the temperature, body temperature, isn't it? But he doesn't treat the body temperature. He doesn't tell me to sit in the refrigerator for 5 minutes and reduce the body temperature. No. He will do a blood test. He will do a X-ray. He will collect data, analyze the data. And then he say, oh, you have this problem. Now, as a green belt and a black belt, these green belts and black belts are also doctors of processes. Process owner come to them. my process is having disease. There are a lot of complaints, problems, delays, customer is dissatisfied. My process is having diseases. You'll measure the diseases in the measure phase. Like the doctor measures your body temperature. Yeah. And they, oh, yeah, okay, your time is this much. The way I measured, just now I measured, right? What is the recruitment cycle time? I created a histogram. I could even create, let me show you that. I could even create the histogram also. I can show you that as well. See, nowadays life is easy. Click the right button, you get everything. A histogram I have already created. Let me create a control chart. Just now, some of you must be remembering control charts, so I'll just draw a control chart. Oh, sorry. Just a minute. Control charts. Yeah, so lower control limits 36. So in my company, you can expect recruitments taking place between 36 days to 64 days. This is the capacity. This is how my company is performing. This is how the recruitment cycle time is performing. And that is not acceptable to us. I want to reduce it. I want to change the control limits. That's what I want. Isn't it? A green belt, a black belt. You're almost becoming a green belt. I think I should give you a green belt now. Oh, no. You have to learn 100 tools. There are 100 tools to be learned in green belt and 50 more tools in black belts. Right now, you are just learning 10 to 15 tools you are learning today. So here we collected the data in recruitment cycle time. Actually, I showed you earlier only. And we created a histogram. And we also calculate sigma level. Now, calculation of sigma level explanation takes time. So I'm not going to cover that. But just to tell you, in short, when the sigma level is high, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, at 6 sigma, you are producing no defects at all. Means all your recruitments will be taking place within the specification limits. So customer, see, this is your process. And customer wants you to behave within these two limits. This is your current status. And I want to reduce the recruitment time, isn't it? I want you to behave within other limits, not the existing control limits which you are behaving. We are behaving going beyond the control limit, like specification limit. I call it as a defect. So I collected the data and I found out of 47 data, 27 are going beyond my specification limit. They are the defects. If you are producing more defects, your sigma level will reduce. If you are producing fewer defects, my sigma level will increase. So currently I am at 1.14 sigma. Well, I can improve. Maybe up to 2.5 will make my customer happy. Okay. Now you can map the process. There are two doors. There are two, when now it is time to move to analyze phase. Now, dear friend, we have seen measure is completed. Measure completed.
Hi everyone, now we have completed the measure phase and it is time to have a toll gate review. We need to present all the work done to our stakeholders so that they still remain engaged with us. And once we have done that, it's time to move to analyze phase.
Now we have to move the analyze phase. So you have to keep engaging, keep our bosses happy. The bosses are busy in a lot of things, right? You have to keep telling them my define is over, measure is over, because they don't like surprises in the improve phase. When you say, I want to improve, I have got some suggestions, but if you keep telling them, I have done my control chart, I have done my data collection, this is the current status of the process, bosses like it. Okay. Once you have done that, they will be ready to listen to your
Once we have collected the data in the measure
examples.
phase, now it is time to analyze. After all, we have collected the data to analyze and get the root causes. How would you do that? You can follow two doors, process door and data door. In the data door, generally you start with a cause and effect diagram, then move to control impact matrix, then maybe you would like to do the root cause analysis using 5 why techniques, or you can move on to the Pareto analysis and get your vital few. Once you have got the root causes, you can validate them using box plots and scatter plots. In the process door, you will do the value stream mapping and get the non-value added activities and MUDA, the 7 wastes, and identify which activity is taking longest time. You identify the constraint, and then you apply techniques like escape technique to further improve the process and suggest a new process.
Here, now, this project has done it. This project, they mapped the process, identified the non-value-added activities. Oh, why? Let us put escape technique here. This can be eliminated. This can be combined. This can be simplified. This can be automated. There are a lot of automation tools available. These two activities can be done in parallel. Escape technique. Okay. Process door. Identify wasteful activities. You will easily find wasteful activities, my dear friend. You will easily find. Look around. You should develop an eye for a waste. Yeah. Walk around. You will see waste everywhere in your organization. You can also do a cause and effect diagram. Invite people and tell them, okay, write whatever you can think of. Whatever you can think of, write all the possible causes. They will write all the possible causes. Put them on a, say, brown paper. Man, machine, material, method. There are 6 M's technique. Ishikawa is also known as Ishikawa or fishbone diagram or cause and effect diagram. You use affinity technique to combine the similar causes together and create a bone. Name the bone, name the branch. That's what we have done. And then, now I can't work on so many causes. So I can remember Mr. Pareto, Italian economist, who said 80%, who found, again in 18th, 19th century, he found 80% of the money is with 20% of the people. 80% of money is with 20% of the people, smart people. Okay, 80-20 rule. So Joseph Juran, he said, applied to quality, he said 80% of the problem. I'm trying to write here 80%, sorry. 80% of the problem is due to 20% of the causes. We have listed 20 causes here. 20% of 20 is 4. So only 4 causes are responsible for your problem. Look for those 4 causes. Which are those 4 causes? Depends on how many times they occur. 80-20 of Pareto. He found 80% of the money in Italy was with 20% of people, not only in Italy, world. Good. I'm sure you want to be that 20%. You want to be in that 20%, don't you? Become a green belt and a black belt. If you want to be in that smart group of people like me, yeah, you should belong to the 20%. Oh, by the way, I'm not. I don't think I'm in the 20% bracket, but at least somewhere close to that, right? I want you to be also close to that. Become a green belt, become a black belt. Learn these tools. You learn these tools and techniques, your way of working, method of working will change. So we arrange all the root causes in descending order and do a Pareto. Now, Pareto can be easily done in Minitab. So I listed down all the causes. I listed down all the causes. So I did cause and effect diagram can also be done. Man, machine, material, all the causes are listed here. And I can quickly do see, all the things are automated nowadays. Yeah, everything is automated. Don't have to work too hard. Earlier, 20 years ago, I used to really, it was a boring thing to become a black belt. Now it is very, very fantastic thing to become a black belt. Yeah, it's much more fun. So easy. Now let me. Okay, so then now I yeah, now yeah, these are the reasons for my delay. I listed down all the reasons. Which reason is occurring most? Oh, Mr. Pareto, please come to my help. I need your help, Mr. Pareto. After 200 years, 300 years, still you are relevant. Okay. Mr. Pareto counted it for us. He said, assessment time is occurring most of the time, my dear friend, Mr. Amitabh. You should focus on here. Don't worry about others. JD, job description is not available. Most of your problems are lying there. So he's telling me, Mr. Pareto, from his grave, he's shouting, 2080, still works. Yes. He's telling Mr. Amitabh, please focus on assessment time, JD, not available, approval time. Don't worry about others. And that's why, focus, as they say. We focus on this and work on this. That's what happens here. That's what we are doing here. Okay, let us look at that. We got our Pareto main focus. Then we apply different tools. There are a lot of tools and techniques for brainstorming. There's not much time. If you are willing to stay after 10 minutes more, I promise I'll give you FMEA, I'll give you brainstorming techniques. I'll teach you some of the really, really good brainstorming techniques. But those who have already, booked their time till 2. So let me at least complete the full DMAC phase for them. Some more tools are coming up after 10 minutes. Don't worry. So I can use different techniques. All of these 2 techniques I'll be describing after 10 minutes. So they applied these tools and techniques. They improved the process. They implemented those ideas. They generated lots of ideas. They implemented those ideas. And once they implemented those ideas, they're happy. They reduce the recruitment cycle time. And towards the end, they can make. Now, this is the new recruitment time. Before and after, I would like to prove, and this is what the CEO wants to see. You'll realize why CEO love green belts and black belts. Quickly, CEO will start liking you. He will start loving you if you show these graphs and charts. Before and after. Before, recruitment cycle time was 50 days. Now it has become 24 days. And the full DNA of the process has changed. And you made it happen, Mr. Green Belt, Mr. Black Belt, you make it happen. Would you like to become a green belt? Would you like to become a green belt? Of course, there's a very nice thing coming up. Okay, so now, one more thing. Don't feel too happy once you improve. Things can go back to original states. People may forget. So please put training programs in place. New processes change. Now, new process should be told to everyone. Put some audit systems, review systems, so that people don't forget, at least for 6 months. And reward the people who have changed. I've got a very good video on change management. I'll play that as well towards the end. After half an hour, I'll play. And yes, recruitment now changed. And we are able to sustain this gain for more than 4 years. This is the real improvement because you followed DMAIC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And then, okay, let us play a game. Let me test you. Have you understood or not? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Who Wants to Be a Green Belt? And here is a chance to win $1 million.
Let's play. Here we go.
Which of the following is not a deliverable of DMAC measure phase? Your options are A, definition of the why, B, proposed solution, C, measurement system analysis, or process capability. Which of the following is not a deliverable? Not a deliverable at all, which doesn't happen in measure phase. Measure phase, the right answer is B, yes. You are telling right B, yes. Okay, tell me, inputs to a process are called. Inputs to a process are called. Inputs are known by which other name? Right answer will give you $20,000. Wrong answer will unfortunately not give you anything. And virtual money, virtual team, virtual training, right? So it's all virtual money. Inputs are called. Yes, right answer. Let's see what is the right answer. Yeah, A is the right answer. And first answer, oh, fastest fingers first. Here, who gave the, oh, so many people gave the answer, I can't. The output of a process is, output of a process is, yes, output of the process is what the customer sees. Yes, it's A, what the customer sees. Yes, right. Well, which is not a deliverable of analyze phase, which is not a deliverable of analyze phase, which is not coming in analyze phase. So list of vital few access is definitely coming in analyze phase. Vital few means the real root causes, prioritize list of causes, root cause analysis, all are coming in analyze phase. But yes, most of you have said, see solutions. Solutions are not coming in analyze phase. Solutions are coming in improve phase. Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, now you have reasons to collect data. Now, maybe I'll show you some projects from various industries. When you are implementing projects, you choose projects from various departments, and that's what you implement projects. And then the senior management is trained in the champions as a champions training. And then what happens? The senior management recruits the green belts, the best performers as green belts. The way these people have joined.
Your team name 1, 2, 3. Anti-Muda. And your slogan 1, 2, 3. Green air, go! Okay.
1, 2, 3, go! Let's go green! Let's go green! Let's go green! We are the champions! We are the team!
Wow!
Yay! Well done!
And your team name 1, 2, 3.
Hola Squadra!
So the green belts are ready, and the ones they have completed, green belts and black belts, they have completed the project, they present the project to the
Well,
senior manager.
we have Alex with us, and he has done excellent Lean and Six Sigma projects in National Healthcare Service and in hospitals. So,
In
Alex,
UK,
would
United
you like to
Kingdom.
tell us something about it?
Hello, I'm Alex Wells, Head of Service Improvements at the Royal Liverpool University Hospital. I've been really fortunate to present today on how us as a trust are using Lean and Six Sigma principles to deliver better care for our patients. I've presented today on a lot of the work that we've done around how we've improved patient outcomes, reducing mortality, improving length of stay, and also talked about how we can actually
I'll just, he has talked about a lot of people, a lot of Bank Muscat. We have got credentials. We have got the biggest logistics company of Saudi Arabia. And
My name is
Minister of
Mohammed
Health of
Albayati.
Saudi
I'm the
Arabia
CEO
also
of NAPL.
have credentials.
Through Annexes, Mr. Amitabh has teach me and more than 1,000 employee of NAPL, Six Sigma and Lean processes.
So, in fact, there are so many of videos, credentials, which I can tell you, and it really works. It really works for all the companies, all the
And Lean
industries.
processes. This affected our bottom lines by millions of riyals, and
And this is one of the largest oil company, UAE. Maybe I will just talk about it later. So, Deputy Minister of Saudi Arabia, Dr. Tarif Alama, he's also given us excellent credentials. I
Dr. Tarif Alama.
just to talk about that it really works. It really works. And many of you have said that you would like to become the most valuable person in the organization by joining our training programs. So I will tell you how to join the training programs. So what you will give up if you join our green and black belt training program: inability to do anything if you face a problem in your organization. Living with a problem, you'll give up. You'll give up waiting for better opportunity. You give up waiting for promotion. You'll give up dependence on the job. So please join our training programs. It's starting. There are 4 options for you. You can join on Friday, December 24th. It's a whole day training program. Or you can join on a Sunday batch. It is again a whole day training program. You can choose any batch. Or if you want to join only morning batches, 2 2-hour morning batches on weekdays, Monday to Thursday. Then if you want to join that, it starts on 27th December. If you join the evening batch, it starts on 27th December too. And if you want to register, you can register. What you will get, you will be able to reduce the costs. You'll improve the quality. You'll become a problem solver in the company. You'll be able to consult your own organization. You'll be start on your own. Yeah, so you can become a green belt, black belt, and master black belt, and you can become an independent consultant also. You will be able to reduce millions of dollars for organizations. Costs. If you reduce this much of cost, the organizations are willing to pay anything. Trust me, they'll just be ready to pay you what you want. Okay, you can become an independent consultant like me over the period of time. I'll just show you after a while some of the other credentials also.
Andrew Roberts.
So actually, due to lack of time, I'll just move ahead. So I'll tell you if you would like to become a green belt. So I'll just ask one final question, and this is a poll. And if you can just answer this poll, and then I'll give you a nice offer, which will be difficult for you to refuse. Okay, so if you are interested, just let me know your interest level. And depending on that, so 99% almost, you are interested. Okay, that's good to see. And so I have got an offer for those who are saying yes. For them, I have got an offer. And this offer is coming up. It's like a year-end offer, very, very nice offer. And you won't repent it. I can tell you that. So thanks for participating in the poll. And maybe I'll tell you right away. We are accredited to IASSC. We have partnerships with clients in Lean and Six Sigma implementation, speed, and our training is one of the best in the industry. I can tell you that. Data oriented. Look at the data. Look at the proof, what we have achieved. You can also, achieve hike of 20 to 50% in salaries. When you say you are trained by Annexus, we are very well known in the industry. When you say that you are trained by Annexus, and when you say you are trained by Amitabh Saxena, it carries weightage. Trust me, it carries a lot of weightage. Okay. So as a green belt, now you would like to know, well, how much it costs. So you will get green belt certification, black belt certification. You can choose either green belt or black belt, but rather I would say go for a combo, green belt, black belt, master black belt. You can also become a lean expert. So lean expert is also one of the certification which will be coming with the green belt. So green belt, when you say Lean Six Sigma certified green belt, you get 2 certificates, lean expert and green belt. Black belt, master black belt. 50 completed real projects you will receive. Minitab software also, then virtual project completion, then annual membership to alumni group, which costs a lot of money, PMP, PDUs. If you are a project management professional, you'll get the PDUs. All these things. If you're green belt, Total value worth is $400, but there is an year-end offer now. I'm going to reveal to you. Lean Expert is $300. Black Belt is $600. Master Black Belt is $800. Plus 50 completed real projects, $250 from real excellent companies, world-renowned companies. Then virtual project completion, annual membership, all this total value is $3,000, which as an year-end offer and one-time offer, if you register today or at the most pay by tomorrow, a lot of things are going to come up for free. So if you register for Green Belt, you'll get Lean Expert for free. A lot of things, other things, totally free. Not only this, if you register today and tomorrow, some more discounts on top of what is described here. More discounts up to 50 to 75%. Now it depends on how fast you register. So first 10 people, and if you go for green and lean and black and master black belt, the full program, Lean Expert is anyway coming to you for free. So if you're going for full expert, full combo, even we have got project management as well. So if you're interested in that, then I can tell you that you will get a lot of things for great discounts, up to 75% also. So it depends on how fast you register. And if you go for more certificates, you can go for 8 to 10 certifications. You'll get a huge discount, so up to 75%, or what is mentioned here. And certification from NXS Europe, which is accredited to IESSC, and NXS Europe certificate is valid in almost all the Fortune 100 companies. Sometimes there are some organizations or some countries, they want some different certification from different certifying body. You can appear for that examination also from our training. Once you complete our training, you'll be able to appear for any exam and you'll pass for sure. I can guarantee you. You can appear and come to our training programs as many times as you want. Once you register with us, this in the whole remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you can attend our training programs again for free any number of times. We have people in every batch who have attended our training 10 years ago. They want to refresh their knowledge. They also come and join us. Okay. So you are getting discounts. And now I will, as promised, I will teach you other tools as well. I'm not going away. Yeah, I'm going to teach you more tools also. So thanks for, first of all, being here till this time. And thanks for some of you have already registered. So please register. And these are the dates. Some people are asking for the dates. Okay. So I'll be playing some videos of some tools and techniques as promised. First, I'll play the video of brainstorming technique, 635 brainstorming technique. Then I'll play a video of failure modes and effects analysis. These are advanced level tools, FMEA, but I'll just play the video. I'll not be explaining that. And you can watch this video as many times as you want, as I told you later on. So I'm looking forward to meet you. It is a real value add. Trust me, give yourself a gift, a new year gift in the form of a certification, which is valid worldwide. And it is going to add huge value to your career. People still write to me after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, that was the best thing. Lean Six Sigma certification was one of the best things which they did to themselves. So you are invited to attend my Green Belt, Black Belt, and Master Black Belt training. And yes, there's a link given here. How many sessions for 2 hours? So total hours of training is around 25 to 30 hours of classroom training, the live interaction training. Here, I could not respond individually to you because there are a lot of people, hundreds of people are there. But when you are coming, the class size is restricted to 30. And as I told you, this we have got, and we only launch and announce only during the Yellow Belt session. Before that, I had not announced this training program in these dates. So today and tomorrow, it's open to all the people who have attended the Yellow Belt training. And if you register within 1 or 2 days, a discounted price. After that, of course, it will become a regular price. And next year, it is going to increase. Okay, because we have got so much of waiting period, then we have to increase, And by the way, I could have given the training free to you. It's very easy for me because I love training. So it's free for you. But I have with me a good 50-member team who is supporting me. Because after 6 years, when you come back, you need a certification proof. There's an admin team. There are a group of 10 master black belts who are supporting me, who are there, who do the train, who also support, who also guide you when you do a training. So we have to develop that and retain that capability of serving you for a long time. For that, we are charging that fee. Training from my side is totally free. Trust me, those who know Annexus, most of the profits, they go to some charitable organization. So anyway, we are not going to talk too much about it, but it's like a non-profit organization. So whatever you are paying us, it is just helping us to sustain. And that's what, of course, retain the whole team and efficient team. And also we'd like to grow it as well. And also my mission is to train 1 million people. You will be helping achieve that dream of training 1 million people as Lean and Six Sigma green belts. So green belts and black belts and even yellow belts as well. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn page. If you can connect with me on LinkedIn, I'm there in LinkedIn as well. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn, and you will get those tools and techniques. Every week I release one new video, totally on tool and technique. You can still learn. If you don't want to register with us, you can still keep learning with me. Yeah, but if you want to get a industry recognized certificate, I'll be happy to have you there. Okay, any questions are there? Let me answer these questions. But first of all, those who would like to leave, those who have already engaged after 2 hours of training, if they would like to leave, I would definitely say thank you to them. But those who want to stay and learn more, yeah, and of course, there are some questions. So first, let me answer some questions, then I'll give you some tools. So if I look at which college you are completed from MBA, from Jamna Lal Bajaj. Okay, people are asking my education. By the way, all the education is irrelevant. Your bachelor's and master's is irrelevant after becoming a Six Sigma green belt and black belt. I'm not doing any of the things which I learned in engineering or in my master's. I am now, see, if you are now, I'm as good like master as a green belt or master black belt. You are as good as a person who has done any degree. Your bachelor's degree doesn't matter. Your MBA degree doesn't matter after your green belt and black belt certification. You are on your own. You have to prove as a black belt. I wouldn't say doesn't matter. It helps you. It adds on. It doesn't mean you have to become a full-time black belt. If you're a chartered accountant, still you can continue to be a chartered accountant. It's not like you have to leave. If you're a physician, a lot of doctors have attended our training programs. They are still doctors, and I'll like them to keep treating the patient. They are more needed. We don't need, if there's a choice between being a full-time physician and full-time black belt, I will tell them to be a full-time physician. But they will be a better physician. They will be a better nurse. They will be better. If you want to stay as an operations engineer, you'll be an operations manager, better operations manager, because you are trying to solve the organization's problems. Okay, so this is one. Okay, let me ask how LSS participate to enhance business architecture. So business architecture, it will reduce the rework time. It will reduce the design time. Yeah, it will reduce the designing errors. Yeah. How can I receive my yellow belt certificate? You can write to my team if you want only interested in the yellow belt certification. If you are registering for green belt, black belt, yellow belt certification is free for you. But if you just want yellow belt, you don't want to register for green belt and black belt certificate, then only the yellow belt certificate. There's a very minimal fee equivalent to 100 Riyal or something. My team will tell you. You can write to them. If you are interested only in yellow belt certificate, please write to the team. This is an administration fee because your name will be listed on our website. And that will be a credential. You will get a credential on the website as well. You can publicize to the world that you are a yellow belt. So for that, some cost is involved. So it will be equal to what you will pay for a lunch or a dinner. So it's not much. You can just register for yellow belt certification as well. Okay, course materials. We'll be giving you a lot of course material. We'll be giving you a lot of course material. Everything is included. Training, certification, project completion, project guidance, everything is included in this. Everything. Yes. Okay. How standard deviation number is assigned? Well, if you are interested, I will tell you. Today, I think, yes, yellow belt, we don't discuss that. We discuss this in green belt. Okay. How do we receive the certificate of yellow belt? I have already answered. How will we improve the process in development corporation industry? I did not get the question, Hemangi. If you can just elaborate, like development corporation industry. Can you be more specific? I can elaborate on it. You can write in the chat box if you want. Q&A. Is there any specific standard you recommend? See, Lean Six Sigma is not about standardization. Lean Six Sigma is about process improvement. Okay, let me answer this question a little bit in detail. See, Lean Six Sigma deals with the improvement aspect. ISO 9000 deals with, let me tell you. See, there are 3 divisions of quality: quality management, quality improvement, and quality design for quality. Okay. So management to quality, when you join an organization, what happens? When you join an organization, someone gives you some standard operating procedure, they give you some roles and responsibility. Okay. They tell you some KPIs. If you maintain your KPIs, you will be able to, if you maintain your process using those roles and responsibilities, process maps, etc., you will be able to satisfy the customer. Your customer is happy, isn't it? But what may happen? You are performing, but you would like to perform better. So this improvement is done by Lean and Six Sigma. Okay. But if you want to stay where you are and maintain your performance and keep satisfying the customer, you can use ISO 9000. So you can invite even third-party audits. You can invite them, say, please audit my process. I'm having SOPs. I have roles and responsibilities clearly defined. KPIs clearly defined. We are maintaining those KPIs processes, and customer is satisfied. And then you get an ISO 9000 certification or JCI certification or Sabahi certification if you are a Saudi Arabian hospital, or if you are an IT company, CMM certification. Okay. But if you want to improve, then you have to follow DMAC. So what you are doing here is DMAC. Following DMAC, you are improving your process. Because competitors are there, you would like to outshine the competition, isn't it? So here you are delighting the customer. You're delighting, double delights. And then there is another tool which is design. Someone has to design these SOPs, right? So Lean Six Sigma has got another technique called Design for Six Sigma, where you follow DMA-DV, another methodology. The tools and techniques remain the same, only the process changes a little bit. So when you join a green belt training, you become a master of this area. You learn all the tools and techniques known to mankind to improve any process in any industry. Okay, so this is what the power of Lean Six Sigma is. But if you want to become a master of managing the process, a quality management system, that you have to attend ISO 9000. But most of the best salaries you get here. Yeah. Best salaries you get here. Yeah. Nowadays, everyone wants to improve. I hope I answered your question. Okay, great. So yeah, looking for your questions. Any other questions you have? Any exam for green belts and black belts? Yes, there is an exam for green belt and black belt, and we ensure that you pass. 100% guarantee of passing. So we teach you so well that you definitely pass. And if you don't pass, we'll give you the money back. So you'll pass the green belt and black belt examination for sure. First attempt. Yeah, first attempt. So you can appear for two times you can appear, but first attempt you'll pass. Otherwise, we pay you money back. How Six Sigma helps in metro industry for station supervisor. So metro industry, see, all the errors as a station supervisor, you may have, see, customer may be unhappy in many ways. Okay, customer might be unhappy in many ways. You have to collect the voice of customer. What is making customer unhappy? And we would like to reduce it. It can be delays. It can be mismanaging the crowd. Okay, some errors like related to signals, related to you decide. You will collect the voice of your government. Metro is government, right? What the government wants from your metro, what the customers want, what they're complaining about. You can reduce those complaints and serve the customers better. Is there any cost for green belt and black belt international certificate? Green belt and black belt certification is international. What we are offering is an international certificate from Annexes Europe. It is a world-renowned certifying body. Plus, if you want other certification, you can appear for any exam. We help you to register also. Then these respective certification costs for respective. There are so many certifying body around the world, and they came into existence after us. Just to tell you, we have been operating for 16, 17 years. Most of the certifying body have appeared on the scene in the last 5 to 6 years. So we are there for last 17 years. So we have been certifying people. It is a well-known certification body, and it is international certificate. But yeah, if you want some other certification, you can appear. You have to pay for that additional whatever. Every body has got different fee. You can do that if you want. But trust me, most of the companies, they recognize our certificates. Most of the best companies, they recognize our certificates. The best certificate is the real work and the real knowledge. When you appear for the interview, we prepare you for the interview as well. We help you to get the job by not offering you a job, but preparing you for the job. You know, we don't teach you, we don't give you the fish. We teach you how to fish. Yeah. So I'm just answering questions for maybe 2-3 more minutes. After that, I can. Any other question is there? And by the way, we also conduct strategic management, business intelligence, BI program. If you enroll for these trainings, you can also, by paying just very, very minimal amount, you can even go for a business intelligence program. Business intelligence also can be included in it. Yes. So a lot of great offers, year-end offer. This is only year-end offer of business. My team is reminding me, business intelligence also is only for this batch. You can watch my other Yellow Belt trainings. I've never offered this business intelligence free in any of the batches. This is only one batch we are offering. If you are pursuing PMP, it's better to go for PMP or Six Sigma. Both is better. Go for both. I conduct PMP training also, and you can join PMP trainings as well. But it depends on what you want to achieve. See, Six Sigma is like part of everything. Lean Six Sigma tools and techniques are applicable everywhere. So it will be useful every time. PMP is always useful if you are thinking of becoming a project manager. And Lean Six Sigma also, we talk about projects. So part of the PMP tools you learn in Lean Six Sigma only in detail. the quality management module of project management is actually taught in detail in Lean Six Sigma. So you go for both. Invest, please invest in your future. This is an investment. It is not, trust me, you would have spent like, maybe if you throw a party, you would spend this much of money. Please invest on yourself. And this knowledge will be there with you forever. The way it is with me, even after 22 years, 23 years, still the knowledge is with me. And I keep revising, of course. And whatever I'm telling you, not only from my experience, I'm also telling you the experience of my participants. Okay, let me show you some experience of my participants. And these are not engineers, by the way. These are people. Okay, let me show you this. Some of the projects which we have done in non-engineering industry, some people say, oh, it's only applicable to maybe the engineering industry or healthcare industry. No, it's applicable to many industries. Okay, I don't know if my team has got one of the, yeah, okay, I have got this. Yeah. So these are all, they have done improvement projects, they attended our trainings, they're so happy, they improved their processes. Let me show you. And after that, I'll show you some more tools and techniques as well.
Team, and we headed straight
processes.
So I reached out to our operations team and we headed straight here to Formula Rossa, one of the signature rides here at Ferrari World at Abu Dhabi, and we decided to work on how we could increase the reliability of the time it takes to update our queue time boards, because as you know, every minute that guest waits in a queue line is super important.
We had the brainstorming session with the team and we went through a few topics and then we chose the most appropriate one for the course. The chosen topic was reduce facilities management service request closeout time.
So I was eager to use statistics and data analytics to solve a business challenge. One of the challenges we had is the erosion of the retail per capita spend in Ferrari World Abu Dhabi, and that was my topic.
Well, actually being an HR professional, recruitment lead time has been always a problem across the board. So taking that subject in specific will help me improve onto the recruitment cycle.
So what we had worked on was redesigning the product launch process, which we've now implemented.
We had a discussion within our team and the most critical area that we faced was our closing process. So we decided among ourselves that this is the one that we should go for.
Yeah, the course that we did was a week-long online facilitated course. It was fantastic. It showed us the whole methodology behind Lean Six Sigma, and it also provided a various amount of tools that we could be able to use to improve all of the existing processes that we have here in the park.
Well, it was 1 week training. It was very interesting and always energetic in terms of interaction in the class. Every single day has been different and the knowledge sharing has been remarkable.
This gave us a broader perspective to understand the issues, and it gave us opportunity to do some brainstorming, and we were able to come up with better solutions from a wholesome perspective.
It was a very stimulating experience where we met every day with the colleagues, all very engaged, eager to learn and keen on and willing to actually pause, step back from their day-to-day work to get some new perspectives. So it was really a refreshing exercise.